Alright, so here's the tear into boat. I was just initially going to use this as a recovery option, but I think I may use one of the other ones. I bought 3 of them as that recovery option. Because this one, I noticed when I got it, it was makes a little noise when you shake it. So I figured there must be something loose inside, and it's a good thing I didn't keep this one as my recovery option, because I decided to tear into it. And upon inspection here, the power switch is missing a wire. There is several loose wires in here. The servo is not even mounted. It's supposed to be back there, epoxied in. There's some epoxy lines, but it's not even mounted at all. This, I assume, is the radio and or speed control. And again, it's loose in there entirely. It's supposed to be epoxied in, and it's just completely loose in there. The servo steering linkage back here is by itself because the servo is at the front of the boat. So yeah, don't buy these intending to use them as they come stock, because likely it won't work. I do have 2 other ones. I'm hoping that one of them will be a better option. I wanted to build one up and to keep one as a recovery option, so obviously this is not going to be the recovery option one, because I have no idea how it all is supposed to go back together. So I'll be ripping this all apart and modifying it, and I'll be checking out the other ones that I got and see if one is at least relatively suitable, or still in decent shape. The shipping may have done this, but I don't think it should have. Even if the shipping did do this, it took a month to get here from China. I bought it from an online retailer called Banggood. Funny name, but they got here eventually. I ordered 3 of them. Like I said, I got all 3 of them, and we'll see how the other ones look out, but I'll keep you guys updated on this one. I'm not sure how quickly this build will progress, as it's not really an interest of mine right now, but I'll dig into them and see how it goes. Okay, so I've been doing some work on this tear into boat. I wanted to keep one relatively stock just as a recovery boat, so I figured I could just tie some fishing line around the top bars here and a tennis ball on the other end of the fishing line and use it as a recovery boat. So what I did with this one I was going to keep for the recovery boat. I basically kept all the stock electronics. This one wasn't as bad as the one I showed before. This one, the wires were all still connected, but the receiver and ESC box was loose. So I just used some double-sided servo tape. My favorite is the Duck brand double-sided foam servo tape. It sticks really well, and I found that it's the best that I found anyways. So the servo was still stuck in the stock location when I opened it up. Just this was moving around, so I just taped it in there, and I threw a Dean's connector, or a T-type connector. It's not official Dean's, so I guess I can't really say that. And then on the other side, I've got a Zippy Flight Max 2200 mAh 2-cell in there, stock motor and everything. I want to fill the hole up there with foam, just to make sure it's going to float if and when it does flip. So I'm going to keep this one relatively stock. On a 2-cell it should be fine. The stock battery is 9.6 volt. 2-cell only go to 8.4 volts, so it should be fine that way. But that's the first one, and I'm not sure how it's going to work or when I'm going to have time to try it out, but that's the first one. And the second one I'm going to put some beefier electronics in there. Not quite sure what I'm going to do or how long it's going to take me, so that one might be a while, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on the first one, and we'll see how this one goes.